Island breeze, take me slow where the warm waves roll. Island breeze, let me go to a place my heart knows.
Today on It Figures, we're taking a look at Goddess of Victory NIKKE's Mast, Pirate's Heart 1/7 scale figure. She's an extremely quirky character that was introduced to NIKKE within the second year, I believe. And when she first came out, I wasn't sure what to think about her. She's got an extremely bizarre affection for pirates and the pirate life, and I guess she's NIKKE's take on Captain Jack Sparrow, because she certainly loves her rum. But we're going to take a look at the details on this figure and see if this is one people need to hunt down, because truly when I went to pre-order this figure, it was hard just to find a place that wasn't sold out. But looking at this figure, I can tell you, starting with the top down as usual, we are looking at the head, and of course you see like the seam where they put the hair and the back of the hair and the front of the hair together. So you can see that this figure, how it was basically assembled, and she has a nice, I guess, gradation to her hair, where you have like it tapers down, like down on the sides it's a little bit darker, and on top it's much lighter. So they painted in her highlights, which was a very nice detail. I think more figure creation needs to be in that manner, because I think a lot of people, I think in a lot of cases that, sometimes they don't add a lot of shades or gradation to the hair. And I think that's pretty sad. A figure should look good whether it's in good lighting or not. But initially, it is her summer version, and she is extremely simplistic in her display. There isn't a whole lot of accessories going on. We have her companion Morgan on her shoulder, and her crab, which I'm still not sure if that actually has a name, but nonetheless, he's there and he's detailed, and we'll be taking a look at him as well. But just looking at her head, it is actually very well done. The sculpting is very fine as far as showing the detail in her hair, and she has these nice ties with little pirate skulls for her, like, I guess hair ties. I guess that's what you want to call that. And that's a nice little detail, but even the little hair ties are slightly shaded. So they were not sparing a lot of detail with this figure. And as you come down to her face, I think her face, being the quirky character that she is, it's like, I think they captured that extremely well. I mean, the girl looks goofy, but you gotta love her. And she has a beautiful glint on her eyes there, a nice little glare and reflection in the light. And I think, depending how you display this figure, you're truly gonna appreciate that quality. One thing I'm not so sure how I feel is her right hand. They gave her this quirky little hand pose that she's actually making in the game, but I think her hands are just kind of molded together in a bizarre manner, and I kind of wish they had maybe made her hands just a little more prominent or more detailed, or something is off about that hand. But either way, it's a small detail. And proceeding to her right shoulder, we have Morgan, who is actually very well detailed. He is got his, like, seems like he's got his scream face on. But rotate him around to the back. He has beautiful detail on his wings, and he's got his pirate's map or scroll there. Again, they didn't hold back on the details when they were putting this figure together, because everything seems very refined. And then you have her jacket, which is almost seems like it's a little bit translucent. Now, it's interesting that it has that look because you can't actually see through it, but it almost looks like you can. So it's not opaque, but it kind of has a look like, you know, you can just barely see like through her jacket. So that's an interesting aspect that they added there. But as we move down, you know, we're gonna probably come down to like the star show of this figure, and they sculpted her chest extremely well. So, you know, it's very natural. If you ever met somebody that was this endowed, that's pretty much the effect gravity would have. So that is very well done. And you can see that her bikini strap there is actually a separate piece, unlike the right side, and that goes up over her finger, her thumb there, and you have to place that in place coming out of the box. So when I first did the unboxing, I don't even think I noticed that initially, but you know, upon starting this review, we made sure I had that in check. But yeah, her left bikini strap there is a completely separate piece that, you know, her thumb is holding in place. You can actually pull that off. I'm not going to do it because once I have my figures assembled, I try not to fiddle with them as much as possible. But yeah, just know that that can come off, but the right side is molded in place and not a separate piece. You know, you have her pirate symbol there on the left with her skull and tie there in the middle, and nothing but glorious shape over to the right. This woman is so blessed that I almost forgot about her choker, which features her stylized skull with a silver clasp and the most subtle gradient to help it stand out. And as we come back, you know, we see, let's see, what is this? I honestly believe she has Morgan on her sleeve and masked. She has Morgan on her left sleeve and masked on her right sleeve. I'm not even sure I noticed that before I started this review, but I guess it's a good reason we do these things. So again, the body is extremely well sculpted. You know, normally there's some figures I feel like they might go a little cheap with the shading. You know, they'll be very flat or matte white and allow the light in the room to make the shades. And I always think that's a cop-out. But with this figure, you can definitely see that they used like a pink shadow in the crevices of her body and in most places. So, you know, it brings out those details. So you kind of get the look that, you know, she is, she's got like a very natural body. You know, for someone that's a bit more curvy with blessed genetics, I think she's fantastic. So as we move down, I think her bikini bottoms are totally painted on, but her side ties are a separate piece. And those are also shaded. I think they shaded nearly every aspect of this figure, so they were really going like all out. And I think that is an amazing detail. And as we rotate around to the back, we see like how much of a bakery she's got going on there. This woman is definitely like baking up a storm. I think they sculpted her again extremely well, and again her bottoms are very well shaded with a darker pink around the rim as it gets lighter, so they insinuated the highlights like extremely well. And as we move down, again there's more subtle shading on her legs, just to bring out those definitions. And we have a slight like band-aid there, like on her right leg, just a little detailed. And we're gonna come all the way down to her feet, where we see like she has a small starfish on her right foot, and rotate a little orange starfish and then a red starfish on the left foot. So I think that little detail, again, they did not spare a lot of expense with this figure. Of course, you know, she was a more expensive pre-order than most, and I'm beginning to see why. For such a simplistic figure, you know, they truly did go into all the details with her. And then you come down to her crab friend. He actually has like a very glossy coat. He has two legs that are buried in the sand that keep him anchored in place very well. Again, illustrated in the unboxing that will be linked at the end of this video. But yeah, he is very well done. He almost looks animated, like he could just crawl off the base, but he is very well anchored in. He's got a nice detail to him. Even his joints are like darkly shaded, so you know, you can definitely see that aspect more prominently, and his body has kind of a gloss to it. So he's a shiny crab, and he's very well detailed. Now this base is very basic. I do appreciate the smaller bases, because when you're taking figures and putting them into a cabinet with a lot of other figures, you know, you tend to run out of space really fast. So I don't mind the minimal bases, though this base is about as basic as it gets. It kind of has like a sandy-ish texture to it. Nothing too much to say like write home about there, but it will serve the purpose and keep her upright. But yeah, I think it's a very simplistic figure. I think that they did a fantastic job on it. So this is Mast, a pirate's heart, 1/7 scale, created and sculpted by AMAKUNI. And she stands roughly at, from her feet to her head, about 9 3/4 inches, or about 25 centimeters. And if you drop down below her base, from base to the top of her head, she basically gains another 1/2 inch. So she becomes about 10.5 or 27 centimeters, or maybe just a little bit more than that. Oddly enough, her base does not seem that thick, but it does give her a little bit of a rise, maybe just over 1/2 inch or 2 centimeters. But yeah, that is Mast, a pirate's heart, swimsuit version. Goddess of Victory NIKKE 1/7 scale by AMAKUNI, and she is beautiful. If you're looking forward to adding an amazing figure to your collection, I think she will definitely fill that spot.
I know your heart's been heavy. I see it in your eyes.
Come sit beside the water.